unexpected slumber. At first, things seem as before. You're still at Winwood Hall, and Melody is still standing beside the bed. Then you realize that Lord Arden is missing, and so are the flower and the loot you need for the ritual. Melody begins speaking in a familiar voice.
Lord Arden's true name? Of course I know it.
Another target
but it's
down.
for me to
On to the
know
next.
and for you to never get. Now, be a good adventurer and die to monsters in the wilderness, while I go make sure Lord Arden never, ever wakes up.
She cackles as she teleports away. You see creatures milling around near the gate to Winwood Hall. Then you notice that things seem different. This isn't the Feywild. You are trapped inside a dream. You approach a shadowy... You spot movement underneath the bridge. Moving closer, you see a nasty-looking troll guarding the missing loot. Bits of troll and drops of its blood splash into the river as the battle progresses. The pits grow rapidly into new bridge trolls that join the fight.
No mercy, no anger. Focus.
You've recovered Hearsom's loot for the ritual.
Got one.
Inside the magically sealed gazebo ahead floats the frosted cerise you need for the ritual. 3 bears rest outside. Magical talking bears, no doubt. This is the Feywild, after all. You've recovered the frosted cerise for the ritual. You've recovered both the loot and the frosted cerise. Now, where has
Not all
Melody
that glitters
hidden Lord
is gold.
Arden? You notice a pillar of magical energy streaming from a distant portal. Perhaps that contains the secret. You approach the portal grove, but a pixie flutters into your path.
She said to make sure you didn't make it to her. I won't let you get near them. I won't let him wake up.
Well
The
done.
pixie smirks.
You won't get past my friends and me. So long as they are alive, their devotion will sustain me eternally.
A portal opens as the pixie collapses. In his last moments, he says,
You haven't won yet. You still need the true name.
You exit the portal and find yourself in a strange, empty void. Yet that appears to be Lord Arden's resting place ahead. Between you and Lord Arden stands Cadence the Hag. She must have been disguised as Melody the Apothecary the entire time. Cadence
Hey,
prepares
Dark
for
Lotus,
battle.
how you doing?
Thrice damned adventurer, never know when to quit. I should have seen that you...
Cadence finishes her conjuration. Slimes emanating a frigid mist are nearby.
Good.
Killed
Been a
my
long time.
sister, so I'll have to make do with these vile cauldron leftovers. I wouldn't go anywhere near them personally now. Be a dear and die for good this time.
Weakened and battered, Cadence tries to surrender.
Alright. That's enough. You need what I have. So then,
What's new?
let's make a deal.
You've reluctantly decided to allow Cadence to live in exchange for Lord Arden's true name. You lay out the ingredients for the ritual and repeat the steps to reverse the curse. First, lay the lute. Then, grind up the flower's roots. Last, burn the roots along with Lord Arden's true name. You play a brief melody on Hirsam's lute. You mash the flower's roots into a pulp
We do
with
what
little
we must to
effort.
complete
You
the
set a
mission.
small blaze.
No regrets.
Then drop the
No
crushed
looking
roots
back.
and Lord Arden's true name into it, completing the ritual. As the smoke rises, Lord Arden's eyes open. He springs out of the bed. Lord Arden thanks you for awakening him from this curse. He urges you to speak with him back at Winwood Hall in the waking world.
What's new with you?
Watch it! You're no good to me dead. Retreat!
Ah. That almost didn't go well.
A curious tree stands here by itself. A single, brilliantly red apple hangs from one of its branches. The tree itself seems to sigh as you finish your song. Its branches quiver, and the apple drops at your feet. The sprawling courtyard seems deserted. A lone tower looms ahead. Lord Xavier will likely be found inside. Lady White Lily has requested that you find her a snack. A frivolous request, it seems. Yet, in the Feywild, small promises may have strange consequences.
Kill those water elementals for the heck of it. It is a cookie weekend after all.
Don't get weighed down. Fast legs feed the wolf, not a full backpack.
This storehouse is occupied by a very energetic chest. It gapes at you with a big, toothy grin and speaks.
Approach, friends! I am Riddlelock! Come, let us talk!
And hopefully everybody's doing good tonight.
A gnome cowers at the back of this smithy, surrounded by menacing redcaps. Your instincts tell you he won't have long to live unless you intervene.
Come on, door.
As you reach for the door, a swirling torrent of snowflakes envelops you. Yet, you aren't harmed. You don't even feel cold. A peculiar dog guards this door, all by itself. Or so it seems. Eladrin guards, wearing the garb of the summer court, await you in this room. One of them holds up a hand to hail you.
Strangers, I would parley before we come to blows. You may step forward in safety to speak.
The guards are moved by your words.
Good
They
old
let you
diplomacy.
pass.
That was stupid of me.
More redcaps. These look like they had fresh blood on their weapons. Most of these Eladrin appear to be victims of the redcaps. Whoever has replaced Greymoss must be desperate now. You have reached the top of the tower, where a regal Eladrin silently awaits your approach. He appears to be alone.
I've done my part. Get out there and finish the job, soldier.
I'm still here. But your precious Greymoss is dead. Trusting idiot. Who told you the Prince of Frost wanted you dead? Me? Who said these outlander goats were his tools? Yeah, me.
Really should upgrade this staff to an epic version.
Supposed to die willingly on their blade as a distraction while I do Harrison's bidding. But no, guess I just have to kill you all myself now.
The hag's form splits into several
Watch where you
mirror
point,
images.
soldier.
You'll need to watch closely to see which one is the real threat.
You won't escape me, Agnes.
The hag dies, screeching to the last. After a moment, the Viscount rises to his feet and blurts.
Who was that? What's going on? I demand an explanation.
Don't get weighed down. Fast legs feed the wolf, not a full backpack.
I swear the only thing I pull in the Feywild's docents. Not that it really matters, I don't really need anything, it's just docent after docent after docent. Alright, 55,000 to go.
The party here is in full swing, and Cascading Springs Cottage is clearly the worse for wear for it. A harried housemaid waits on the raucous satyrs.
Got one.
A satyr calls to you as you enter the courtyard.
Hello there. Welcome to our revels. There's food in the kitchen and drink, well, everywhere.
Ah, good old Skid Row. Darlene loves to step on pressure plates. It's her favorite thing to do.
Trap! Remember to avoid the area.
The lush collection of potted plants suggests that this room is the conservatory.
Silly pixies.
A note next to the sack of seeds reads, Slakeweed. Keep away from sunlight and damp soil. You drop a few of the magic seeds on the ground. Huge weeds burst from the earth, and the thirsty plants quickly drain the moisture from the surrounding soil.
No mercy, no anger. Focus.
Guess I didn't really need to go in that room.
Watch it! You're no good to me dead.
Yeah, this
Retreat.
Splacer beast eating me alive. Damn it. Thing's got a lot more health than even the boss at the end.
Another target down. On to the next.
Hits for a ton of bricks. Yay, Fey Twisted Chest, though.
This
A little
large
bit of
key
poison.
is labeled Spring House. It seems someone was trying to hide it.
Enjoy the moment.
Hey, look, a
But don't let
docent.
us distract you from the mission.
Oh, got a Reaper bonus on this docent. That'll be a frag.
It's surprising to find a large, well-stocked library in a house given over to an endless party. It's even more surprising to find a sphinx sitting in the middle of it. Water gushes up from the ground in one corner of the room, forming a large pool. This must be the cascading spring the house is named after. This large barrel is marked flashboom powder in large letters. In even larger letters below are the words, "Keep away from open flame." Towering weeds spring up the instant you cast the magic seeds on the ground. The twisting brambles suck up every drop of water nearby, leaving cascading springs dry as a bone. The careless satyr swings his torch too close to the powder keg, which explodes in a shower of sparks. The partygoers turn to gawk at the spectacle. It's a simple task to remove the sign. The satyrs are still distracted by the recent fireworks. You deftly replace the cottage sign with the sign from the library. Seething with anger, the master of the revels reluctantly agrees to leave.
A deal's a deal, it's true. We'll leave. But nothing in the deal says we can't rip you to shreds on
Yeah,
our way
like,
out.
you can see how
The
much
rebels
damage I
have
take. I
finally
don't
ended,
have a great set of
and not in the
defenses.
way the satyrs expected.
Things just rip through me. I can't wait till I start some Divine Epic Past Lives. That PRR is going to be huge. Alright, just a regular chest, not Fey Twisted, so I don't need to worry about that up there. Until I don't use Trip much.
You enter the grove the villager told you about and spot a small encampment in
My
the
whole
distance.
21 save DC on it.
Travelers,
A hearty voice calls as you approach.
are you here to help us slay the great beast?
Lots of cookies at least. Yeah, this will be my first racial action point this live. Which will be nice. It'll also be my third epic live. So I'll finish off energy criticals.
There it sits, menacingly.
The knight whispers to you.
Talk to me about a plan.
To your surprise, spindly legs rise from the dirt, and the windmill lurches forward. creatures spring up around you, rushing to defend the windmill. The strange gemstone seems to be protecting this creature from spells and weapons. The gemstone cracks, and the windmill shudders. Another gemstone cracks, and the windmill shakes violently. The windmill seems undaunted by your weapons and spells. A gemstone cracks once more. The windmill rumbles deeply, then falls still. The magic that brought it to life seems to have left it.
I wish you had trusted me.
The old knight says.
So, quick shortcut if you ever want to lock or unlock
you
your
came to
bars
my
is
aid in
Control
the end.
plus key.
You've earned a reward.
She
I
continues.
just recently found that out. Didn't realize the
Speak
Control
with me
plus
if you'd
would
like to
lock and
help a
unlock your
little
bars.
further. Somehow, I feel the culprit is still nearby.
A vast tree reaches upward to the sky, yet some form of corruption has gripped its roots, slowly twisting and transforming this ancient sentinel of the forest.
So, enhancements, you know, I got 55 Reaper points now, which is pretty good for as few lives as I have on this guy. Really wanting to finish off a little bit more Grim Barricade before I go back to Dire Thaumaturge. At least get the 41st point in here. I kind of would like more reflex saves as well. My reflex isn't super good.
These root tunnels.
And
are
since I do
full
have
of night,
evasion, it'd be nice to
yet
have that
something
higher.
Seems off. A sense of unease hangs in the air. Time to find the source of the corruption you've been asked to stop. An ugly red magic barrier blocks the way down to the tree's heart. A strange red light fills these root tunnels, draining away the life in them. The barrier flickers out as the first orb is destroyed. As the second orb
Well, didn't
shatters,
get out of here fast
that
enough.
sense of unease
No mercy,
felt
no
fainter.
anger. Focus.
The barrier collapses when the third orb is destroyed, lifting the sense of dread from this area.
I really do like
A
Feysinger.
second barrier blocks the path.
Or sorry, Stormsinger.
You would
Feysinger
expect
as
there
well.
are more orbs powering
Feysinger's just an awesome destiny for it.
Knights pull themselves free from the root walls and attack.
I just wish they would fix the mantle. The mantle not scaling with spelled power like it's supposed to kind of sucks.
The root tunnel ahead looks nearly dead. It's begun to rot away in places.
Not all that glitters is gold.
A shudder of relief passes through the tree's roots as the last orb in the northwest tunnel shatters.
Got one!
Kind of need to do 3 sorcerer lives as well. Would make this a lot more effective with some of my CCs and stuff. I'm doing okay in Feywild, but like higher end content, you need much higher DCs than
Your sense of dread
what
and
I've got
loss
at the moment.
mounts as you explore this portion of the tunnel. With the final orb in the northern root
Technically, you don't have to do
destroyed,
this last fight that I'm going to
crackling
do
sounds
before I
can
go
be
down
heard from the barrier.
the rest of the
With the
path. You can
orb
skip this
gone,
part by
The
detouring
second
back to the
barrier
front.
collapses in on itself with an audible crackle. The root
But it's a
tunnel
champ
lurches
weekend.
Suddenly, as several blights form.
Nope, no
No
chance.
mercy, no anger. Focus.
Guess I didn't need to do that after all.
Corrupting magic pours down the corridor in palpable waves, draining life from the tree. The Fomorian bellow. Stop them, Void Fang! The Godia's tree ritual must not be interrupted.
Enjoy the moment, but don't let this distract you from the mission. Not all that glitters is gold.
This guy being immune to
With a
lightning
single
kind of
magic
sucks, so I
word,
shouldn't even
the
bother with
Fomorian
doing that.
snaps the barrier back into place. However, you notice a crack in the base of the barrier. You can
I didn't think about it when I cast it.
Earhold the blight
Doesn't matter if I get extra
snarl.
lightning chances or not.
Back, vermin. You're not powerful enough to stop me from turning this into a Goliath tree. Earhold the blight master crumples to the ground, gasping. I was so close. So close. The Fomorian is dead, and the ritual ended. All that's left is to tell the pixies it's safe to return to the blessed tree. A vast tree reaches upward to the sky, yet some form of corruption has gripped its roots, slowly twisting and transforming this ancient sentinel of the forest.
A deep voice booms through the cavern. Turn back, stranger. Weak reeds are not welcome in my workshop. Any who linger will be put to the test.
Another target down. On to the next.
I really like Thunder Snow. The only problem with its terrain blocks it a lot, unfortunately.
A dryad leaps from the tree. Sensing your surprise, she motions for you to speak with her. The dryad calls for the test to begin, and creatures instantly spring to the attack.
So, Sleet Storm counts as a cold spell. It will proc your lightning bolt that freezes stuff. And from what I can tell, the more Sleet Storms you have stacked, each one gives a chance to freeze when stuff runs into it. It doesn't increase your proc chance rate, it just gives you more proc chances, I should say. So you still only get the 20% bonus, but each of the storms has a extra 20% bonus effectively. If any of that makes sense.
To complete the test, the dryad joins the fray herself.
The advantage is ours.
The dryad calls for a halt to the battle. You neither bend nor break. Good. The Thornlight is willing to see you. You may enter. She makes
See
a
if I
gesture,
left any cookies.
and the door opens.
The mission is going well.
A gnarled woodwort carefully picks through a pile of brambles, plucking out the largest and sharpest thorns. Surely this is the Thornlight. The Thornlight explains that he crafted a magic needle for Hirsum. A needle that now contains Hirsum's immortality. The Prince of Satyrs then took that needle to some place called the Treasure Grove.
Within the distance of just a few short steps, the temperature plummets and snow covers the ground. Whatever caused this sudden change in the climate surely wasn't natural. Ahead lies Bitterspine Palace, home to the Baron and Baroness Bitterspine, and one of the many holdings. of the Prince of Frost.
You have arrived at Bitterspine Palace, home of one of the Prince of Frost's vassals. You proceed with caution. Whether you're expected by the Baroness or not, the Prince of Frost's cold reputation is known throughout the Feywild. The Prince of Frost stands before a throne overlooking the crowded ballroom, the Baroness beside him. However, the third throne on the dais stands empty. The air chills as the Archfey points a finger toward you.
Why have you disturbed me with your presence, Outlander?
If I may, my prince, says the Baroness, a connection in the summer court sent word of the Outlander's arrival. I have granted them an audience with me. I assure you, they will not disturb the ball. You're told that Osha loathes extravagant parties such as this one. He's likely to be avoiding the crowd somewhere, perhaps out on the windward balcony. The head waiter explains that Osha told him not to allow anyone into the treasure vault. However, you're able to persuade the goblin to unlock the door for you. Water elementals flood out of the treasure vault to confront the intruders. You hear a bell chime in the ballroom as you pull this lever.
Come on, darling.
You hear a bell chime in the ballroom as you pull this lever.
Anybody who knows me knows I love my collectibles.
Another target down. On to the next.
Even if it's another brass sensor.
This door leads out to the windward balcony. From the dim gems on either side, you can see that it has been sealed to prevent guests from following Osha outside. The court advisor stares off into the distance. At the sound of your footsteps, he jolts, turns around, and lets out a dejected sigh. Osha hands you a
3
key.
plus
It
134.
tells you that the frosted
Success.
cerise flower can be found in the center of the Aurora Garden, but warns you not to let the true nature of your visit become gossip fodder for the other guests. You step out into the snowy garden. A peculiar patch of grass grows in its center, along with a flower that emanates a magical, chilly aura. The flower crumples away into nothing in the palm of your hand, and instantly regrows in the soil. The newly sprouted flower glows blindingly for a moment, and, unexpectedly, a shockwave rocks the path.
Good old autograph. This song hasn't aged super well.
To your surprise, The ballroom is now covered in twisting vines and familiar flowers.
I thought I eradicated those flowers a millennia ago. Now they're everywhere.
Snarls the Prince of Frost.
Outlander, you will fix this, or I'll turn you into a block of ice.
Lady Lazuli informs you that there were only 2 Eladrin nobles she didn't recognize in attendance tonight. She knows who can tell you more. Sir Snowdrift, the resident social butterfly at the Prince of Frost's court. Sir Snowdrift tells you that Lord Beryl was last seen slinking off to the kitchen in search of a fresh bottle of wine. Then he shoos you out of his crowd of adoring nobles.
Oh yeah, about forgot these guys were here.
Watch it! You're no good to me dead. Retreat! No mercy, no anger. Focus!
Lord Beryl says that Dame Allegra has gone to explore the Prince of Frost's quarters. Speaking with her is the next step in solving this plant puzzle. A group of palace guards stand at attention in front of the Prince of Frost's quarters. You'll have to defeat them in order to enter. An Eladrin noble stands at the base of the stairs that lead to the Prince of Frost's quarters. This must be Dame Allegra, the mysterious newcomer you're looking for. Dame Allegra saw a hooded stranger plant the frosted cerise in the garden. She bids you to so she can help you search for clues about the culprit.
Yeah, I didn't like that cover.
Snores on the floor of this chamber. You didn't think anyone would dare to intrude in the Prince of Frost's private quarters. You find yourself in a surprisingly sparse chamber. But even in such a bare room, you must be something hidden inside. The spout on this fountain turns like a door handle. A secret passage slides open along the back wall. Hidden away in this room stands a sculpture of a woman. Its plaque reads, "For my love. In ice you survive." The Prince of Frost had hidden a journal inside a sphere of ice. The journal details memories of his long-lost love, who died thousands of years ago. As you drop the journal, the frost giant bursts into the room, along with a squad of red-capped guards. The frost giant collapses onto the floor with a heavy thud.
I mostly do that to get a chance at Reaper items. Alright, Dame Allegra.
Allegra stands in the center of the garden.
Tell me about your little
she lets
prank.
out a low chuckle.
How did you like my little prank? It was good fun. Riling up that gloomy prince always entertains my master.
This fight's
here
always
so
kind of
much.
tough for me.
Allegra transforms before your eyes.
Not her. The
Recognize her new form.
shambling mound with all the trash.
Night who caused such trouble for the gatekeepers back in Stormreach.
Happy to see me, dearie. Good. It'll be for the last time.
Hayden's pants.
I think that's enough taunting for one day. I'll let my pretty petals finish you off.
With a mad cackle, she vanishes. In her place, the shambling mound rises to
Nice.
attack.
I got some good procs that time.
The mass of flowers and vines crumbles into ash, yet it leaves behind one last frosted cerise
Sadly, the
flower.
mound is immune to lightning,
The
so
frosted cerise flower from the snow.
lowers my damage a lot from
This
the
time.
storm.
The bloom stays in the palm of your hand.
But
Instead
cutting
of
with
crumpling away
scissors,
into nothing.
or sorry,
Return
cut
to
the
Baroness to
strings.
Tell her what happened.
The debuff it puts on them for the extra damage is so strong. Really helps me rip through bosses when I use that there.
Though the prince himself would never admit to it, the Baroness tells you he is in your debt for thwarting the Night Hag's scheme.
So I think I'm going to
Now
try the
that you
next
have
quest
the
on
frosted
R10 and see if I can do my first
you're
solo
one step
R10 on this
closer to
guy.
waking Lord Arden.
Ahead lies Bitterspine Palace, home to the Baron and Baroness Bitterspine.
Worst that it happens
and
is I
one of
die
the
and I
many
try
holders
again.
Of the Prince of Frost.
The Prince of Frost glowers down at you.
Yes? Why have you come here? Out with it!
The Prince of Frost chuckles, but his eyes remain cold and hard as they bore down at you.
You come asking for favors when you impose on me by your very presence? Not many would dare to overstep so cavalier. But as I feel numb with tedium, I will allow it. You will perform the 3 tasks I have set for you. Only then will I consider your request.
The Prince of Frost waves his hand, and a trio of portals open nearby.
Go, and be quick about it. Each second you stand here is a second of my patience being siphoned away.
You've arrived at Rhyme's Refrain, one of the Prince of Frost's favorite venues. He demands that you remove the griffins that seem to have made their home inside the amphitheater. A number of griffins are perched throughout the amphitheater. They look at you apprehensively, but make no move to attack. You skillfully tend to the griffins' wounds. In time, the griffins will be able to return to their usual lairs. The amphitheater can now return to regular use. That takes care of one favor for the Prince of Frost. The tramp of approaching boots echoes through the amphitheater. Then a vicious voice calls out,
The ones who bring me the matriarch's head gets an extra share of gold!
The hunters have caught up to the injured matriarch, but she is in no condition to fly. You find yourself inside the base held by the rebel bandits. The Prince of Frost wants you to retrieve a wine chalice that they stole.
Another
The
target down.
bandits said
Onto the
something
next.
about needing to get the patrolling sentries to wake everyone up. It may be possible to sneak past the sentries and through the sleeping bandits without needing to fight.
You're no good to me dead.
Fudge!
Retreat.
Okay.
Now it's payback
This
time.
is the missing wine chalice that the Prince of Frost requested.
Thought there was a shrine in there. It ain't no big thing.
An injured guard calls out to you.
You there! You have the look of an adventurer. The villagers have been captured and dragged off by those brutish Fomorians. I'm in no shape to do anything about it. Rescue them, please. I beg of you.
This guy's definitely not an R10 character normally, especially solo. This is just one I felt like I could maybe pull off.
You fought and you bled, but at least you're not dead.
You overhear an argument between the Fomorians. Perhaps there's some way to take advantage of this strife?
Hopefully I don't get a Doom or a Venji or anything up there. Fuck. Alright. That's a problem.
Lertz considers your words, then gives a single nod. He begins heading towards where he last knew his brother to be.
Alright, Lertz, go kick some ass. Yeah, the Doom messed that up bad.
Watch it! You're no good to me dead! Retreat!
Yeah, that instacast curse can be bad. When he does his eye beams is when I get a chance to really attack.
Watch it! You're no good to me dead! Retreat!
Damn it, I stepped
This
out
is not
right
how
when he
you're
was
meant
doing
to
it.
die, soldier.
Almost got the R10. Let's try that again. Ah, yeah, it's all good. It was a fun try. It's cool to try, though, on this guy. Like, he's so far behind my other characters. Just the thought of trying to solo one's kind of funny to me. My healing wasn't quite strong enough for alerts with the Doom. If I could have kept Lurtz alive just a little bit longer. Just to beat down his brother a bit more. His brother was at just too high of a hit points on my ability to really damage fully. And that instant cast evil damage he does was doing pretty good amount to me. Probably be smart to have some evil absorb for that part. The worst part's the run back.
Within the distance of just a few short steps, the temperature plummets and snow covers the ground. Whatever caused this sudden change in the climate surely wasn't natural.
Maybe I'll use Turn the Tide this time while I'm trying to heal him.
Ahead lies Bitterspine Palace, home to the Baron and Baroness Bitterspine, and one of the many holdings of the Prince of Frost.
The Prince
All
of
right,
Frost.
second
allows
verse,
down
let's do
to.
better than the
Yes?
first.
Why have you come here? Out with it!
The Prince of Frost chuckles. His eyes remained cold and hard as they bore down at you.
You come asking for favors when you impose on me by your very presence?
Ah, little Great White.
Not many would dare to overstep so cavalierly. But as I feel numb with tedium, I will allow it. You will perform the 3 tasks I have set for you. Only then will I consider your request.
The Prince of Frost waves his hand, and a trio of portals open nearby.
Go, and be quick about it. Each second you stand here is a second of my patience being siphoned away.
You've arrived at Rhyme's Refrain, one of the Prince of Frost's favorite venues. He demands that you remove the griffins that seem to have made their home inside the amphitheater. A number of griffins are perched throughout the amphitheater. They look at you apprehensively, but make no move to attack. You skillfully tend to the griffins' wounds. In time, the griffins will be able to return to their usual lairs. The amphitheater can now return to regular use. That takes care of one favor for the Prince of Frost.
All right, griffins, do me proud. Get some kills.
Then a vicious voice calls out,
The ones who bring me the matriarch's head gets an extra share of gold!
The hunters have caught up to the injured matriarch, but she is in no condition to fly. An injured guard calls out to you.
You there! You have the look of an adventurer. The villagers have been captured and dragged off by those brutish Fomorians. I'm in no shape to do anything about it. Rescue them, please. I beg of you.
You overhear an argument between the Fomorians. Perhaps there's some way to take advantage of
Alright,
this
no
strife?
Reaper up there at least this time.
Lurtz considers your words, then gives a single nod. He begins heading towards where he last knew his brother to be. Lurtz looks you over greedily.
Well, if I get to keep all the
You're no
captives
good to
from
me,
the
Dad.
Hey, I
I
did,
might as well
was
add
nowhere
more
near
to
that
my
asshole
haul.
that time.
Then he attacks.
I got that one perfect, then somehow died like a mile away from him. That's fine, I can recover from this one. In 50 seconds anyway.
Did you think you were going to live forever? Let's get back out there. Watch it! You're no good to me dead.
What the?
Retreat!
Evil damage multiple times, okay. And this is why I do Korthos.
The Fomorians have been defeated, and the village is now safe.
Alright. Well, one part down. Unfortunately, the Griffins didn't do well for me. Okay, if I can do this part
You find yourself
without a
inside
problem,
the base
that'll...
held by the rebel bandits. The Prince of Frost wants you to retrieve a wine chalice that they stole. The bandits said something about needing to get the patrolling sentries to wake everyone up. It may be possible to sneak past the sentries and through the sleeping bandits without needing to fight.
Like a Reaper there every time so far. I've missed the rune somewhere.
Enjoy the moment, but don't let this distract you from the mission.
This is the missing wine chalice that the Prince of Frost requested. Now that you've done these 3 favors for the Prince of Frost,
and that's the
perhaps
2
he'll
kills.
return 1. To once again even the scales, the Prince of Frost agrees to lend you his powers in reaching Hirsam's fortress. You can now proceed with the final part of your plan, trading Hirsam's needle.
Well, that was fun to do. Wasn't the greatest Reaper XP, but was cool to get an R10 completion.
Ahead lies Bitterspine Palace, home to the Baron and Baroness Bitterspine, and one of the many holdings of the Prince of Frost.
Snow drifts into the open gateway of the abandoned lodge. You spot Hirsam, the Prince of Satyrs, through the gate.
We meet again, Bear. I see you're still here, carrying out your duties.
You know that I am bound to this place, Prince. It was your command.
You don't seem very enthusiastic about it. As it happens, I'm about to have a very important meeting here, and I don't wish to be disturbed. I'll need some guards. Reliable guards, not a grumpy old flea bag like yourself. Let's see. Yeah.
It is a little cheesy the way I do it.
Don't bother to get up, Bear. I wouldn't want to interrupt your...
I should have been a little bit cheesier, and I could have been a lot easier on it.
The bear looks up at you.
And save the
There's no
deaths.
one there all along.
You might as well come in.
He grumbles as he opens the gate. The bear agrees to help you
But I
find
mean,
the
I've
guide.
only got
But first, you must bring him
a few
3
past
items.
lives. And 55 Reaper points, so doing R10s is not something this guy's going to be soloing anytime soon.
Got one!
I don't know why I bothered to get Darling out, really, other than just getting the chest. Let her go stand on traps, her favorite thing.
Enjoy the moment, but don't let this distract you from the mission.
Oh, yeah, for sure. But I just wanted to try R10 on that one to see if I could do it with the... Since I do have healing and, you know, everything. Definitely speed, I'm much better at R4. Got a bit better survivability there, for sure.
Another target down.
It was more to prove myself I could do it on that guy, on this guy.
No mercy, no anger. Focus.
Fomorians are frickin' vicious as hell.
A massive
All that evil
figure
damage they do
looms
just
in the
rips
murk
through you if
ahead.
you don't have the absorption.
You found one of the Fomorians,
And I don't have any evil
twisted
absorption.
giants who live in the caverns beneath.
That and my MOR sucks. Ah, not lightning. I know I can't do lightning to him.
You strip the gloves off of the dead Fomorian, and they immediately shrink down to your size. Magic, of
About
course.
4K. I got a little over 8,000 for the R10.
The portal flickers to life, and a dark figure steps through.
There you are, Archfey. I have come as you requested. Have you obtained the Codex pages? Naturally. No, it took some doing. The mortals gave my hands a bit of trouble, but once I was concealed by the enchantment, I was able to make off with the pages. And leave those druids none the wiser. Then let us be done with this. Hand over the pages. Now, let's not get ahead of ourselves. There are two sides to this. And how can I be sure that you'll deliver what you've promised?
Ah, good old Dio.
The gnome baker tells you that he doesn't have any owlbear butter. A gingerbread golem that he created off with his entire supply, along with a collection of delectable custard-filled cakes.
Sugar and butter and flour
sugar and butter and flour too.
Pick up a cake to make someone new. With the same magic that turned Brent into me. I'm going to pick a whole friend army.
Oh, cursed wound. Dadgum.
All that's left of the gingerbread golem is a huge pile of crumbs. Amid his remains, you find a large pot of owlbear butter.
You ask much. You wish to transform the entire Feywild.
Oh, I wish to restore the Feywild. Return it to what it was before the Eladrin littered it with cards and
It was good that the crab was a stone guard on the last one as well.
Touched only.
With the crab being a stone guard, I was able to get a bit more lightning damage on him and kill him.
Yes, you needn't worry about that. I have found a place that civilization has never touched. A place where nature is unbounded.
You open the door and step into the massive sky oak,
No
only to
mercy,
find
no
yourself
anger.
plummeting downwards.
Focus!
All you need do is open the door. Nature will flow forth like a flood.
Got one!
I like to range these guys, return the favor for everything that they've shot at me over the years.
A blob of sky oak sap seeps out of a massive tree. You pick up the sticky sap. What could the bear possibly want with this?
Come on, bear.
You don the giant's gloves, reach deep inside the bear's mouth, and pull out an Eladrin. A black unicorn bursts into the room, and a voice sounds in your mind. You have tampered with one of Pearson's servants. My new master demands that you be punished
Dadgummit, I was
for your
blocking
injuries.
that. Yeah, this unicorn's actually a lot more dangerous now that Death Ward doesn't protect you entirely.
Baron Bitterspine says he knows a secret that could defeat Hearsound. You should deliver the news to Winwood Hall. You can use that information to plan your next move.
Yeah, so I got 4,900 Reaper XP off that one. Clear the inventory and then go hunt a witch. Alright, dude. Have a good night. Thanks for stopping by. Congrats on 156. I mean, it's pretty much done.
Have you come for the hag? Asks the master of the hunt. My hunters report she looked. Don't let her. Pray use one of the portals. Use these banners to summon my huntsman. The hag will try to avoid the huntsman. That doesn't mean, though, they're invincible. Where would the sport be in that? Muses the master of the hunt. Each of my huntsmen are bound to the hunt, but when you remove their banner, you free them of their service. What they do with their freedom is your problem, not mine. The master of the hunt chuckles. If you like, you could defeat wild beasts out there to gather more lost banners, then use them to corral the hag towards me. In this gully, she will find true death in mine. The air nearby tingles with magic. It seems to be coming from up above. If you got to higher ground, you could look for the source of this disturbance. You walked right into a trap, cries the master of the hunt. Your bitter tale comes to an end.
Oh, where did I put it? Where did it go?
Beatrice mutters, rubbing her hands.
Another target down. Cadence will have my head, and Hearson will turn us into worms.
Bye-bye, Beatrice.
We do what we must to complete the mission. No regrets. No looking back.
Hey, Ostrakir. How's it going?
We both know this will end in violence. Ready, soldier?
You make your way deep into the Kelpie's underwater grotto, protected by the Eladrin's magics. Now where is the lost keepsake you were sent to find? You hear the murmur of confused voices coming from up ahead.
Man, these swamp callers ate me up there. So I was on some resist acid, not that it's going to help me a ton.
A magical light fills this chamber and glints off of something mounted to the back wall. The first lever is pulled, and a deep rumble travels through the water. A strange noise, distorted by the water, comes from further down the corridor. It sounds like growling. The light filtering through this shallow pool illuminates a lever set into the far wall. There's an audible pop as the second lever is pulled and the barrier in the main hall dissipates.
Yeah, I never even go back here anymore. I forgot what was even back here. I think it's prisons?
Stale, fetid air fills the underwater cavern. magical lock flashes with green light, and the glowing barriers that seal the side chambers wink out.
Been so long since I did this, I was like, eh.
A barrier seals off this side cavern. The barrier seems to be controlled by 2 levers, each with a central keyhole. The last of the prisoners flees the grotto, swimming for the surface.
Must be keys that I don't recall where to get. Doesn't really matter.
A group of Kelpies rushes in to block the path.
For the bauble, have you? You're not the first.
Booms an exceptionally large and powerful Kelpie as it charges.
Every time we take it, the Eladrin sends someone to fetch it back. It's an endless supply of fresh fare for us.
The Kelpie Lord calls out.
I can see you're no easy prey, but the struggle makes the feast all the sweeter. Elementals, attend me!
The Kelpie Lord falters, then collapses, diffusing into clumps of ragged weeds.
Okay, so I see a key back there.
You spot the Eladrin's lost keepsake perched atop a nearby chest.
I'm gonna go try this, see if I can get these keys.
You retrieve the golden key from the ledge. What might it open? find a small silver key covered in silt. Now to find the lock.
It's a silly waste of time, but I just wanted to try it.
With both levers unlocked and opened, the treasury barrier fades away.
Okay, I'm not gonna quite make it all Feywild.
Somewhere in these woods, there is treasure that grows on trees. One specific tree deserves more attention than others, for it bears the chest containing Hearsome's magic needle.
And those guys aggroed from a mile away. Sadly, stone guards don't help me when they're immune to lightning. Darling, what are you doing here? Darn, not here.
have a good feeling about this chest. Perhaps it is the one you seek. As you open the chest, a unicorn leaps out. How did it even fit inside? As you defeat the unicorn, a deer bursts out from it. Is that normal? The deer falls. Something stirs inside, and then a blink dog appears. This needle better be worth the chase. The blink dog falls, but something flits out of it. Was that a bat? A bird? Here we go again. The raven is slain. As it falls to earth, an egg rolls out. Thankfully, the egg doesn't move. Yet.
Yoink!
A small winged shadow sweeps down from the sky and plucks the needle out. Just as you reach for it, with a victorious yoink, the tiny dragon-like creature darts away with its prize.
Here, Mr. Kitties.
The little dragon disappeared through this portal, taking your prize with it. As you pursue the creature into the cave, you hear its excited voice up ahead.
Aha! Adventurers in my lair! I'm a real dragon now, so behold my mighty horde and tremble! No, it's fine. You don't have to tremble. You want to play a game?
The little dragon announces,
We're gonna play hiding. And then you run. Ha!
And then you run.
the little dragon cries out.
You found me! Ha ha! Tag, I'm in! Run!
It's a good thing the little dragon can't fly.
The little dragon jumps up and down.
What fun! Thanks
Excuse
for
me.
being so very entertaining.
With Earsom's precious needle in hand, you prepare to offer him a bargain he can't refuse.
arrive at Hirsum's stronghold after a long, long climb up the ice staircase. The Prince of Satyrs is near the entrance, playing a melody, while his servant Hermia...
Welcome to Duskfall Overlook. A prime example of my vision for the Feywild's future, as well as its past. See how the birds and the deer, the trees and the vines have reclaimed the ruins of this Eladrin palace. Here we say goodbye to the useless conceits of the Eladrin courts, to the whole they have on
Oh,
offer.
did the last quest with the wrong
You
belt on.
seem impatient to start your duel with me. Worry not. It will begin soon. But first, I hope to teach you about what I want to achieve.
So
Once
close
you
to another
complete
Reaper
the
point.
lessons I have designed,
Gonna
we
take
will
a few
speak
more
again.
quests on R4 though.
Until then.
Hirsum bows, then disappears. Hermia says that before you can meet with Hirsum, you will need to find 2 watchwords hidden in the different branches of his stronghold. Speaking the watchwords to the rooftop door will unlock the way to Hirsum. A curious door glimmers into view. Even curiouser, it vanishes mere seconds after it appears. You decide to keep your eye out for it as you complete Hirsum's
Well, if you
lessons.
ever, I know
You
most people
tumble
don't
out
look
of
for
breath
Fey Twisted
into a
anymore,
shaded
but if you
grove
ever do,
where Hirsum's herd of
this
corrupted
room in here
unicorns
can be
grazes
Fey
on the
Twisted.
grass.
But don't let
Scar
this distract
regards
you
your
from the mission.
presence in the grove with obvious disdain. But she tells you about the deals she made with Hirsum, that she and her herd may roam free in the remade Feywild, pillaging and ruling the land Hirsum grants them as they see fit. Dust motes drift through the air, while cobwebs choke the corners of this corridor. Hirsum's voice floats in the air, coming from everywhere and nowhere at all.
I have provided you with a feast for the senses. Once you and your fellows are ready, step up onto the table. But be aware. You'll be shut in until you've learned your lesson. Or you meet your demise.
You're surprised to discover that a watchword
Focus
has
on
been
the mission.
hidden within this object. You hear a loud rumbling noise, which strangely reminds you of a yawn. The door slams open, and a Fomorian walks out into the chamber.
Come knockdowns, man.
For Eladrin for supper.
He shouts. Then forth, you collected a watchword and killed the hungry Fomorian. Now you are free to leave the Hall of Objects with a new understanding of Hirsum's ideals.
Pastries. Shout. Good old motley crew. Shout.
A satyr and a small band of musicians stand in the crumbling amphitheater. The satyr flashes a menacing grin when he spots you.
As
as you step into the amphitheater. The portcullis slams shut behind you. Fearsome's voice drifts into your ears, like a far-off strain of music.
Another target
Now,
down. On to the
time
next.
for you to learn modern music. See this band of revelers before you? Best them, then you will be given the gift of my song. Use it wisely.
Standing by a weak section, playing the fiddle has revealed another section of this wing. Fearsome's voice booms into your ears.
So, you've mastered the Feyish fiddles, man.
Woohoo, I've mastered the Feyish fiddle.
Good. If you dream of finding the watchword, or a way out of here, you'll need its music.
Poor frog. I didn't mean to kill him. Okay, that's ironic. Shout at the devil followed up by stripers to hell with the devil. In theory, this is random. That's just a funny combination. Followed up by Heaven from Warrant. Okay. Somebody's having
Not
fun
all
on
the
this
glitters is
playlist.
gold.
Sure doesn't feel random when it's that.
Keep that up. No mercy, no anger. Focus.
A gargoyle perches on a high ledge inside this room. He stretches out his crumbling arms. You look lost.
Watch
Maybe
it. You're no good to be
help
dead.
you find
Retreat.
And these archers just light me up.
The gargoyle flinches at your blow. A chunk of stone chips off his body. Tourmaline shudders as even more of his stone body chips off. One more strong blast should do the job. The red signal crystal on the wall lights up when you pull this lever.
And this will be the last quest of the night. We'll raid out after this. Someone trying to get me to do Relentless.
A solitary gargoyle statue rests in this chamber. Now that you have collected both watchwords, you can unlock the door to the roof. The root barrier disappears. Behind it, you notice a strange ring of mushrooms that has sprung up in the soil.
Nice little white snake.
This door matches the one you used to enter this labyrinth. You found the exit. Now that you have the watchword, you're free to leave. This door has been sealed with a magic incantation. Only the 2 watchwords can unlock it, which Fearsome has hidden in his stronghold. You step out onto the roof of Duskfall Overlook. The arena appears...
Congratulations are in order,
Fearsome says.
you've made it this far, but... I have just one tiny lesson. All you see before you is an illusion. Mementos of what the Feywild is now. And what I so wish to destroy.
2 familiar figures shimmer into view. Illusory versions of Lord Arden and the Prince of Frost.
These 2 boars, your allies, stand in my way. Strike down these so-called friends of yours, and I'll reveal myself.
Then Lord Arden's illusion springs into motion. The illusory Lord Arden falls to the ground.
I don't know, he looks like he's still there to me.
Turns to face you. A vision of the fearsome Prince of Frost.
Oh. That hurt.
No mercy, no anger. Focus.
The 4th Prince falls, shattering in a spray of ice and snow. The gleaming walls of the room dim, then fade away. Fearsome whistles and applauds as he appears.
Bravo! I hadn't imagined you'd be so ruthless. I wonder how your little lord and that bitter archfey would feel, knowing how easily you betrayed them.
He shrugs.
The lesson is now complete. You have earned your audience at last.
Before you can leave, a cold, commanding voice
Alright, let's raid out here. Thanks everybody for hanging out with me tonight. Take care.